Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn some words starting with the sound of A, B, C, D and E. Then what's the sound of A? That is Ah. Very good. Then what's the sound of B? B. Then what's the sound of C? K. What's the sound of D? D. And what's the sound of E? A. What's the sound of E? A. Then what's our first letter in English alphabet? That is A. Then what's the sound of A? Ah. I will tell some words begin with the ah sound. Then you should say that word loudly along with me. Okay? Then our first word is and. What's our first word? And. Then what's the first letter in the word and? A. A. N. And. A. N. And. Then what's the sound of A? Ah. Then what's the sound of N? N. What's the sound of N? N. Ah. N. Ah. N. And. What is the word? And. Then the second word. And. What's the second word? And. Then A, N, T. Then our first letter A. What's the sound of A? Ah. Then second letter N. What's the sound of N? N. Then the third letter T. What's the sound of T? T. What's the sound of T? T. Then A, N, T, A, N, T. A, N, T. And. Then our next letter is B. What's the sound of B? What's the sound of B? B. What's the sound of B? B. Then I will tell some words begin with the sound B. B. Okay. Then our first word, bat. What's the word? Bat. B. A. T. That is B. A. T. B. A. T. Bat. What is that? Bat. Then our next word, bus. What is that? Bus. That is B. U. S. Then what's the sound of B? B. Then what's the sound of U? What's the sound of U? What's the sound of U? Then what's the sound of S? S. What's the sound of S? S. Then B, U, S. That is B, S. Bus. Bus. Is it clear? Okay. Then our next letter. What's our next letter? It's our next letter. That is C. Very good. C. Then what's the sound of C? K. Very good. What's the sound of C? K. K. Then I will tell some words begin with K sound. Okay. Then our first word is cat. What's the first word? Cat. Then C, A, T, cat. Then what's the sound of C? K. What's the sound of A? Ah. What's the sound of T? T. Very good. C, A, T. That is K, A, T. Cat. next letter is D. Then what's the sound of D? What's the sound of D? D. Very good. What's the sound of D? D. For example, the word dot. D O T dot. Then what's the sound of D? D. Then what's the sound of O? O. What's the sound of T? T. Then D O T. That is D O T. That is dot. What is that? Dot. Very good. The next letter, what is that? E. What's the sound of E? Eh. Yes, very good. Then we give some words. Begin with the sound E. Sound E. Okay. Then egg. E G G. Very good. Then what's the sound of E? E. Then what's the sound of G? G. G. E G G. That is egg. G G. Egg. What is that? Egg. Is it clear? You have to write 3 words using the given sounds, that is A, B, K, D and E. Okay children, thank you. Have a nice day.